Alright, this is section 1.7, finding perimeter, circumference, and area. Now this is actually out of the old textbook, so this is not in your textbook. So I'll have to give you a worksheet for this. However, it's a good review, and a lot of the problems in the book expect you to remember how to do these. And so we're just going to review this. So, formulas. Okay. Remember, perimeter is the distance around so you add all the sides. Okay, now so these formulas are going to be for area. However, there is a special formula for perimeter of a circle, and that's actually called circumference. So circumference equals 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle. A square, okay, perimeter, we just add the sides. Area is the side length squared, or you can think about it as base times height, it doesn't matter. Area for a rectangle is base times height. Triangle is only half a rectangle, so it's 1/2 base times height. And the area for a circle is pi r squared. So the r again is the radius, and then you should be able to find the pi button on your calculator. So find area and perimeter or circumference. So it wants us to do both. So perimeter, area. So the perimeter of this basketball court, where the top's 50, the left's 84, the bottom is also 50 since it's a rectangle, and the right would also be 84. So for perimeter, we just need to add all those together. 84, 50, 84, 50. Okay, so our perimeter is 268 feet. Okay, so remember, for area of a rectangle, we do the base times the height, so 50 times 84 is 4,200. And that's feet squared since it's area. So keep in mind those formulas. This is a circle, so our area formula and circumference is instead of perimeter. So circumference is 2 pi times the radius, and area is pi times the radius squared. So the radius goes from the center to the edge of my circle. And so I have the distance all the way across, which is the diameter. So the radius is only half of the way across, so my radius is going to be half of 9, which is 4.5. So we have 2 times pi times the radius of 4.5 for circumference, and pi times 4.5 squared for area. So again, find your pi button on your calculator, since that's going to be more accurate than using 3.14. So please use your pi button, and then you can round to 2 decimal places. So the circumference 28.27 centimeters, and the area, pi times 4.5 squared, is 63.62 centimeters squared since it's area. Okay, find the area and perimeter of the triangle QRS, round if necessary. Okay, so actually area is much easier in this case. It's a triangle, so it's 1/2 the base times the height. So the base of my triangle, let's use a different color. The base of my triangle is here, and I can just count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 units because it's a flat line. So the base is 4. And the height goes from the base up to the top of the triangle. So I can see this line goes straight up into the top of the triangle, so that's also 1, 2, 3, 4. So my area is 1/2 times, well, 4 times 4 is 16, so that'd be 8. And we don't have a unit, so that'd be units squared. Now the perimeter is a little more difficult because I don't know the lengths of my sides. So I know QS is 4, but I also need to know QR, and I also need to know RS to find my perimeter. So we have to think back to a couple sections ago. How do I find the length between 2 points? You use the distance formula. So I'm going to do QR first. So again, my distance formula, do the x value squared and then the y value squared. So x's for Q and R are 4 minus 1, and the y's are 6 and 2. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. 6 minus 2 is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So I need to add those together. 9 plus 16 is 25, and the square root of 25 comes out nice, so that's 5. Then we also need to do RS over here. So square root, the x values are 5 and 4. I don't know what to do. And the y values are 2 and 6. So 5 minus 4 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is 16. 16 and 1 is 17. So that doesn't come out nice. However, the directions say round if necessary. So let's say this is approximately 4.12. So it wants us to find perimeter. Perimeter means add up all the sides. So I got 4, I got 5, and I got 4.12. So we got 13.12 units for my perimeter.